Business news now, and Ari Rabinovitch joins us from the CityNews Business Center. Hey, Ari, how are you today?
Hi, Cynthia. Not too bad. It's interest rate season once again.
Yes, it is, but things didn't change today.
No, and that could be good news in a lot of ways, Cynthia. A bit of a sigh of relief today for most investors that interest rates there were no changes made, which was expected. So the overnight lending rate the Bank of Canada is leaving at 5% happens to be the fifth straight meeting that the Bank of Canada has done this. Now, interest rate cuts have been suggested for some time this year, but Tiff Macklem, the head of the Bank of Canada, in his prepared comments, said that although they still are on the table, it's still far too early to talk interest rate cuts. I spoke to an economist today who said that although the next meeting, April, is a possibility, June is still the most likely scenario. So we're going to have to wait till summertime, Cynthia, for any sign of relief.
Borrowers would really like to see that come, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Now, Ari, one retailer is coming off a strong holiday season, but is expecting sales to drop this year. And this one's interesting because it's a product that everyone needs, or generally.
And everyone loves, too. I mean, I love shoes. I'm not sure about you, but I could always use another pair, Cynthia. But it seems that a lot of customers last Christmas, for instance, bought a lot of shoes, and they went to the Foot Locker to do that. So Foot Locker reported very strong quarterly sales in the quarter that ended in February, so it included the holiday shopping season. So a lot of people buying shoes, perhaps as gifts. But Foot Locker expects this year to be a little bit slower for shoe sales as people pull back on spending, perhaps. So Foot Locker's going to be focused on this being a year of cash flow concentration. Unfortunately, that also means shareholders of Foot Locker are not going to see their quarterly dividend once again. So shares of Foot Locker sold off today by about 30%, Cynthia. Big sell-off indeed.
Interesting. Okay, now oil prices on the rise, Ari, and that's bad news for drivers, especially as we head toward the summer season.
Absolutely, and I suppose a good segue could be that gas prices could get so expensive you might need those new shoes from Foot Locker to walk instead.
Nice.
But I see what I did there. But yes, we are expecting oil prices to only get higher. Of course, this is the long-term trend for oil markets. A lot of factors at play here: geopolitical tensions, also a cut on the amount production cuts are dropping from OPEC Plus, as well the most recent update to U.S. stockpiles coming in lower than expected, and another report showing that demand is starting to wind up ahead of the summer travel season, maybe a little earlier than expected, perhaps because of some of this very mild winter that we've been having. People are already making those travel plans, and that could mean potentially gas prices will be going up, Cynthia. So, and one more thing going up in price, unfortunately.
And interest rates not coming down. All right, Ari, thank you very much. Good to see you.
You as well.